Alrighty, bbay40 back with another video. And those of you who don't know yet, I think most people do who play Doors, they came up with a super hard mode, and it really is pretty hard. So I'm going to cover what I've learned about this so far. It took me about, I would say somewhere around 30 tries, give or take 5. To make it all the way to door 100 and finish and complete the game and escape in the elevator. So this is going to be a long video. I'm going to show you all the details and try to give as many tips as I can. If you can last to the end or skip to the parts where you want to, I can show you how to get through Seek, Library, the ending if you need help with any of these, the dark greenhouse at the end. Any of those parts you can skip to, whatever you are interested in. I don't expect you to sit through the whole thing. But now this beginning here, this key, it fooled me when I first came in here the first time. If you notice it said 002 on there, if you want to back up a little bit. It's not the right key anymore to open up the door. And you notice the whole arrangement's kind of different. We used to go out the door that we came in. And now we got to go back. They put the door in the middle of all the elevators. And here's where the real key is. It's over here on the side of that bookshelf. And you see it said 001 on it. And the other one was 002. It was the wrong key. I haven't actually gone back to check to see if the key is still there. And this was really nice. First door, I find a flashlight. That came in very handy. And flashlights are very handy. If you go solo in this game, I don't recommend buying anything at the beginning, with doorknobs, because you're going to find everything in this game. The flashlight is usually about the hardest thing to find. But I played, solo without buying anything at the beginning. The last 5 or 6 times I played, and I've been finding a flashlight pretty much every time I play. So it's rare, but not too hard to find. If you're playing with other players, it may be difficult. One of the other players will probably get it from you. So one of the things to worry about too is a new entity that'll kill you. That if you gather too many coins, it'll hit you. This guy right here. I don't know what it's called. I know they made a painting of this in the regular game. You could probably go find a painting. It's probably the name of this entity. I keep forgetting what it's called. But see, right now it's at its largest size. If I take one more coin from anywhere, it would kill me. And it hits you 100%. It'll kill you dead. So you don't want to steal too many coins. Like the coins on the right there, I had to avoid those. But it resets. It takes about, I would say, 30 seconds to reset completely. What I also found is if you can wait just about 15 seconds, it's safe, to start picking up coins again. You may see it's like 3 stages in the size. You notice the size of it gets bigger and bigger each time you collect a coin or collect a bunch of coins. And when it gets to the larger size, like it fills the whole screen, you better not grab another coin. It will kill you. But when it's small, obviously it's like 3 steps. When it first shows up, it's kind of small. You can grab some more coins, it'll get a little bit bigger, and then you grab more coins and it fills the whole screen. And that's when you got to stop collecting coins, or it'll kill you. And you can actually collect coins 2 times before it'll show up. The 3rd time you collect coins, in a row, in a series of drawers or whatever, that's when it first shows up. So anyway, that's the tips on that guy, just to be careful not to collect too many coins in a row, or it will kill you. I figured it out like first or second game I played. I died to it because I kept collecting coins. I didn't realize it would be that deadly. I thought maybe it would hit you for like, maybe half your health, but no, it kills you all the way. And there's the banana peels. I heard a psst, and I was looking around. Where is he? Where is he? And it turned out that was a false alarm. Yeah, the banana peels, if you'll slip on them if you hit one. And they hit you about, I think only about 10 or 20% of your health maybe. But a lot of times you end up hitting them twice in a row because when you stand up, it's still there, and you hit it again. So, and you really got to be familiar with all the rooms, because more than half the rooms in this hard mode will be dark, and you got to know your way around through these rooms in the dark. Because otherwise, you keep your flashlight on all the time. You drain your batteries. You don't get enough batteries to keep it going. It's not like the back rooms, the detour where you get batteries all over the place. You don't get that many batteries in here. Now this guy here, this is actually a shield. When you take it, if you notice that my health on the left there, I know I hit one already, but I didn't mention it yet. But those little bottles, the first one you take gives you about 20% shield. The second one you drink or take, they're like pills, so like the vitamins. The second one you take brings you up to 50% shield. And that's when I usually stop with those. When I get the second face, the middle of the size face, that's when I usually stop picking up coins. That one I hit accidentally. You see it's filling the whole screen now, so I gotta be very careful. If I pick up another coin in the next 10 seconds, I'll probably die. So, but yeah, and those bottles, those blue bottles that glow, the potion, it actually gives you a shield that blocks and protects you from screech or eyes. And you'll see that I get hit a few times by eyes with the shield, and it goes ting ting ting, because eyes like shoots darts at you when you look at them. So, and there's another bottle that's big. It's a big round bottle, and that single round bottle will give you 50% health if you find one of those. But if you take two of them, you get 100%. The small bottles will stop at 50% of a shield. It won't give you any more than 50% shield. You have to find a large bottle to get 100% shield. And you'll see some of those in this video as we go through. And yes, Screech, I mean, you're in dark rooms. More than half the rooms in this game are dark. Oh, and if you come into these one of these rooms with the picture puzzles, look around first, learn what all the banana peels are. Because when you run around with a painting in your face, you don't see the banana peels, and you could slip on them, which I've done before. So take a good look around the room. Make sure you don't have any banana peels in your pathway that you're going to slip on while you're running around with a picture covering your view. So now one of the entities are coming. And anytime you see the flickering lights, believe it. In this particular version of Doors, it's usually every single time the lights flicker, there's going to be an entity coming. So find a locker and stand by it and wait for it to show up. And what they've done is they've made at least a half a dozen, if not more, versions of Rush. They're all still Rush, but they look different. One of them looks like the, oh gosh, the banana with a hat. Another one looks like a playing card comes at you. I think there's another one. One looks like SpongeBob. Oh, here's a holy hand grenade. These are awesome. I'm gonna show you how to use these later on. Although in this particular video, I don't have an instance where I blow up Jeff the Killer with this. That's another thing you gotta worry about in this game, is Jeff the Killer. Right now, at the time I'm recording this video, I'm gonna try to post it up today, but the game is glitching. Jeff is causing the game to crash. It's happened to me 3 times already today, so I sent a message to Lsplash on their Discord server letting them know. Hopefully they'll get to fix it soon. But I managed to get through this particular run because I didn't have Jeff. He didn't show up in this run. But you can use that holy hand grenade to kill him. And I'll give you some tricks here, because while we're going through this video, there's a lot of things to talk about. But if you see Jeff in front of you, you should always be like, as soon as you open up a door, what I do is every time I go up to a door, I back away real quick, and if I have my lighter or my flashlight, I'll turn it on to see if Jeff is waiting on the other side of that door. Because he comes at you quick. He's basically got the same speed that you have, so he can keep up with you. Wherever you run, he can keep up with you. So what I do is a lot of times I'll try to remember what the banana peels are, and I'll try to lead him over a banana peel and knock him down, get him to trip on a banana peel and slip on it, and that'll give you enough time to run around him and continue on through the rooms and get ahead of him to where you can turn around and throw a hand grenade at him. And you've got to be a pretty good distance away from him. Ooh, skeleton key, nice. So you got to be a really good distance away from him, because if you're too close, the grenade will hit you for 90% of your health. If you got 100% health, you won't die. But if you're less than 100%, your own hand grenade will kill you if you're too close to it. So make sure you get some distance from Jeff before you throw a hand grenade at him. That's one thing you really have to be careful of. And the other thing you can use the hand grenade for is you can kill a figure in the library. And that comes in very handy, because you got to collect 16 books in the library now. And you have to decode the combination lock now requires 10 numbers. So it takes a lot of extra time now to get through the library. So it's a good idea to take out Figure before you get to the door, before you even collect all the books. Just take them out. Sometimes I take them out as quick as I can, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. And also save one for the end of the game. If you make it to door 100, you can kill Figure with the hand grenade in door 100, so you don't have to worry about him then. And you can go around and pick up all the breakers. But we'll talk about that more when I get there. So, yes, Timothy is still in the game, as you just saw. They haven't got rid of him, but fortunately they haven't made him any stronger either. But since you're mostly in dark rooms, he kind of scares you more. If you're not thinking about the fact that he could show up in a drawer, if you're not anticipating that possibility, he could still make you jump in your seat. Yes, and you're in these dark rooms, and you have multiple outlets, multiple exits. Just look at the key. Look at the number on the key. And if you notice, if you want to go back a little bit and turn up the volume, the key rings. So if you're trying to find the key in the dark, and also if you're afraid to open up drawers because you might get killed by that little smiley entity there, just listen. Listen for the key. Don't go opening up all the drawers. You don't have to if you hear it. Once you hear it, then you know which drawer it might be in, or which little end table or desk it might be in. Just listen for the key. That'll be a lot safer than just going around opening all the drawers. You're risking getting killed. So moving on here, eyes. I'm actually surprised so far we haven't seen eyes very much. Most of the time I play this game, it's like eyes is in half the rooms. I mean, it's just unbelievable how many times he shows up. And this particular run, for some reason, I didn't get him as often as I did in other games. So the lights flickered again, so I'm going to head into a locker here. I'm going to hide. He's coming up. And that was just regular Rush, not one of the variations that they came up with. So, yeah, eyes. And what you got to watch out for, the other thing you got to do is not only when you open up a door, go to a new room and open up a new door, not only back away a little bit, but look down. Because eyes, like I said, eyes can be in half of these rooms. I mean, I've literally got him 40 times in a game, at least. He just keeps showing up. And so you got to look down, not just back away a little bit, but look down just in case eyes is there. And I know it may be difficult to do, difficult to tolerate, but here's eyes now. But turn your volume up. I usually keep my volume near maximum because it helps with knowing if that guy, Screech, is on your back, because he makes a hissing sound, just like a little light hiss sound, or like a static sound that you can hear when he's on your back. Although sometimes it's hard to hear him over the rain or other sounds in the game, or music in the game and such. But it can help to know if he's on your back, and you can get rid of him before he does his little psst, before he can bite you. It'll give you a little advantage of knowing that he's on you. Oh. It almost looked like there was a Jeff up there, but I know Jeff wasn't in this particular run. So, anyway, I can get that battery. Screech, there's the big bottle. See, I take him right away when I get him. You see, it gave me another 50% of shield to protect me. Here's a candle over here, which is nice. Candles will tell you if it'll go out when there's an entity in the room with you. Like if Rush is coming, it'll go out and let you know Rush is coming. Or if Screech is on your back, it'll go out and let you know Screech is behind you. So, and this another tip here is if you want to if you have to go into a locker and there's a lot of banana peels in the room, I recommend you do not pick a locker that has a banana peel right in front of it, because when you come out, you'll slip and fall. So, I hadn't done that myself, but I was in a game with another player, and they jumped into a locker and had a banana peel right in front of it. You know, when you play with multiple players, you may not have a choice. So, just be careful of that. Now, yeah, this entity, I'm sorry I don't know the names of a lot of these new entities. I haven't learned them yet, but old smiley face there. See, now he's middle size, he's medium size. He hasn't quite filled the whole screen. So I always stop at middle size in case I accidentally pick up another coin off a tabletop just by walking by it, which can happen. So a lot of these rooms, I do kind of know what they are, but I still, if I'm not sure 100%, I'll turn my light on and look around the room. Yeah. Now it's still small, which I was lucky. I could have grabbed another drawer, opened another drawer. So anyway, yeah, a lot of rooms, if you first go in and take a peek to get a view of the room, see, I just hit it. I just got hit by eyes and it went ting ting. That was my shield. It drained my shield a little bit, taking those hits. So the shield, these bottles are great if you can find the bottles. It gives you a little extra protection. It hasn't affected my health yet because it hit the shield first. And again, eyes, that's another thing you got to try to do if you can remember. I have a hard time even remembering. If Eyes is in the room, try to stay sideways to him because Screech will come up behind you and you have to turn around to get rid of Screech. You have to get your little pointer. You see there's a little pointer in the middle of my screen. There it is right there. See the little white dot? You got to get that on right there. You have to get it on Screech to make him disappear, to make him run away. And if he's right in front of Eyes, if he's right between you and Eyes, you got to turn around and put that pointer on him to get rid of him. You're going to take some hits from Eyes when you do. So if you're in a room with Eyes, try to stay sideways. It's a dark room. Try to stay sideways to Eyes. And that way when you turn, you can turn sideways, not all the way around, and you could get rid of Screech without taking any hits from Eyes. If you can remember to do that. I still have a hard time remembering to do that all the time. And as you can see, Screech will not leave you alone. And more than half the rooms in this particular version of Doors are dark rooms. And Screech is always in every dark room. Alright, now to run from Seek. First I'm going to grab me another bottle of shield here. Yeah, these smaller bottles, you can collect 6 of them. And the larger ones, the round ones, you can get as many as 3. But they give you some shield, some protection. So now it's time for Seek. Now what they did with Seek is just crazy. They put him in like a Flintstone-mobile here. Look at this thing. So what I do now is the same thing as I did before, but it's more difficult now because the doors do not glow blue anymore. So when you run out and you have to choose a door, always look left and look for the number on the door. That's all you got to go by is you see a number, the door number, you know, on that oval sign on the door. If you don't see it on the left, you run right. And there it is on the left, so I'm going to go left. And if it's not on the left, not on the right, just keep going around. So I always look left first. If I don't see it there, I go right. I don't try to look both ways to figure out which one has it. I just look one way, and it really makes it a lot easier. You look one direction, decide if it's there or not, and just go the other direction if it's not there. So now moving on. Oh, you see I just took a hit from Eyes. I didn't look down enough. So one thing I want to do from now on, if I haven't mentioned it already, is every time I open a door, try to keep my head down, because Eyes shows up in about half the rooms in this game. He's always there, just like Screech is always there. He just keeps showing up, room after room after room. Now I've only got 6 bottles, so I can't get another one. I had to leave that one behind. Now this is what I was talking about. You want to get yourself a little sideways to Eyes, because Screech will always show up directly behind you, either above or below or in the middle, and you don't want to be turning around looking at Eyes trying to kill Screech or send Screech away. You want to try to avoid getting hit by Eyes and have him drain your shield to drain your health. So in these basements, I always look for the orange handles. So I was looking through the grating and I could see it inside here. I looked down these hallways, looked down the different passages to see if that orange handle is sticking out somewhere. That's the quickest way I found to find out where the switch is. Just look for that orange handle. So now, continuing on, I skipped a couple of rooms here. We're getting to the library. Crouched underneath that Eyes there, so I didn't take any hits at all. Now, I ended up going AFK for a little while. I had to go do something, but I was going for about, 20-25 minutes and came back. And you'll see when you go in the library, all the books are glowing blue from the, Another another holy grenade. A holy hand grenade. Yeah, the books are glowing blue, which I wasn't expecting from the guiding light. I didn't think the guiding light existed in this hard mode version here. I thought they got rid of the guiding light completely. So I guess if you wait long enough, if you need to find a key, you need to find the books, you can wait long enough and the guiding light will show you where they are. But what I usually do is I listen for the ringing. If you turn up the volume a little bit, you can hear the books ring. They put out this kind of a high-pitched ringing, buzzing sound. And that usually tells me where the books are. And this is funny. They put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 globes on the librarian desk. And the code here, the paper, you have to hold E for a few seconds now. You can't just pick it up anymore. At least not in this version. I've got enough pills. I can only carry 3. I've already got 3, so I can't pick up any more of those. And you'll see as you get further on, let's see, like when you get past Seek the second time, oh my gosh, it's just like drops everywhere, perks are everywhere. Vitamins, lock picks, not so much in lighters and flashlights, but man, lock picks and vitamins are everywhere. Bottles, shield bottles. Again, just recap the bottles, the white bottles that you find, they're a shield. They give you a shield that protects you. And it'll drain, if you take any hits from anything, it drains the shield before it drains your health. So those bottles are very helpful in getting through this game. And what I usually do is when I get one, if my shield is low or I don't have a shield yet, I'll take that bottle right away. Now instead of dealing with all this, with Figure running around all the time, because he keeps getting faster and faster as you go through the game, as you collect more and more books, and like everything's like doubled. You get twice as many books you have to get. Twice as many numbers for the combination on the combo lock, and Figure ends up going twice as fast. So when you start getting up toward the 16th book, he's like flying through this library. So instead of dealing with that this time, I just decided to blow him up. That's one thing the holy hand grenade is good for, is you can kill Figure with it. Hallelujah. Oh my god. There's pieces of them go flying all the way over here. Well, that's what Figure says when you blow him up. He says, oh my god. If you kill, what's really funny is if you blow up Jeff the Killer with one of these holy hand grenades, he says, oh, my hand be gone, bro. It's just too funny. I love blowing up Jeff the Killer. I got him 3 times in one game before. And now he's just glitching the game for some reason. So now I'm free to just roam around anywhere I want to go and get all the books, make sure I get everything. Because Figure's dead, and he doesn't reanimate, he doesn't come back. So don't have to worry about him coming back and chasing another Figure coming out and getting you. It's not like using the cross on him. When the cross is done, he just starts going after you again. He's when you blow him up, he's gone. Gone for good. So now I'm going to cut this short as far as the paper. It takes me a while to go through 16 numbers to pick the right 10 numbers. But you can see it's all Roman numerals. You got to learn your Roman numerals. Numerals. You got I is 1, 2 I's is 2, 3 I's is 3. If you have I before V, like over the star, that's 4. Then the V is 5. VI is 6. VII is 7. And X is 10, so on and so on. You've got an I before X, that's 9. So just use the Roman numerals to figure out which 10 numbers you have to pick out, which 10 symbols. And once you get those 10 all figured out, I have to write them down. I can't remember them anymore. I can remember the 5 numbers before, but 10, I can't remember them. I have to write it down. And then you just do the numbers. Now, what I learned, it's funny, I've been playing the game for like 4 or 5 months. I was trying to figure out, how do you go the other direction? Well, you just hit your right mouse button. So your left mouse button scrolls down, the right mouse button scrolls up, as you can see. So you can use both the buttons on your mouse to move the combination. Now these doors are going to stay open because Figure's not around anymore to close them. There's like a little banana peel field here. It's like a minefield. So now let's see what they got here. And of course, eyes is in here, making things a little bit more difficult. So I'm just checking out. Grab me another holy hand grenade. I'm going to recharge my lighter. And I already got a key that I picked out of a drawer, so I can't get another one. And this is the camera. It's an X-ray night vision camera that you can use to find books and find keys and rooms and things. It'll show you where the circuit breakers are when you get to room 100 if you make it there. And El Goblino is still his usual self. Now I didn't try to hold E on Bob because I don't know what he's going to do. They probably put some kind of trick on him. I'll test him another time. Same thing with the radio. I don't know if they changed anything or added some little hidden trick in there. Since it's April Fool's, it may blow up or something. I don't know. Or Bob might attack you and kill you. So I'm not even going to try to hold E on those guys. Maybe another time I'll try it, but not this time. So now, we're going to work our way to the end. And it does get more hairy. It gets crazier. You get more eyes, you get more screeches, you get more creatures coming at you, like Rush, different versions of Rush. I mean, there are like, I swear there's at least 6, maybe 8 versions of Rush that you'll see coming, or hear coming. And one of them is really quiet. He is like a white SpongeBob or something. A white piece of paper with a face on it. And it doesn't make a whole lot of noise, so you gotta be careful when that one shows up. It's not very often you see him. I've only seen him like 3 or 4 times now. Another bottle to regenerate my health. And what's really funny is when you get up to, I think it's about door 65 or 6 or something, where you get where you can use the skeleton key to open up the side room. And normally you have the regen plant. The regen plant's still there. But the whole darn room is filled with these white bottles, the shield bottles, and you can just stock. Everybody can stock up on them if anybody else is with you. But there's more than you can carry. So, what I recommend is just grab a few bottles. Oh, I wasn't paying attention again. Grab a few bottles, take a few bottles, whatever many bottles you can take, and then grab some more. Just get yourself a 100% shield and grab some more bottles. So I skipped to going down that basement because that's just kind of a waste of time. And I'm continuing on through the game here. But the back rooms, you can go through behind that locker and go to the back rooms if you wanted to. They are there. Now there's one of the strange versions of Rush. It's just a white face. I decided to use the cross on it because I wanted to see what it looked like. They're saying there's a banana with a hat on it. There's a, oh gosh, what other ones? There's a yellow face I saw. There is, oh gosh, like besides that white piece of paper with just eyes and a smile on it, there's another piece of paper that comes at you that has a samurai guy on it with carrying 2 swords. I don't know what his name is. I don't know what the names of a lot of those guys are. I do have names of a couple of them because a couple of them kill me. And this was funny. It's another. I couldn't pick it up. Well, I couldn't. I wanted this. I really wanted this holy hand grenade, but I couldn't get it because the globe is attracting my mouse option. It was being blocked by the globe, so I couldn't pick up the holy hand grenade. Here's another bottle. I'm going to grab that one because you see my perks have all changed. Oh, yeah, I've got a holy hand grenade. Good. My perks all changed because this is another game that I ran for the second half here of this video. The other one I was doing great. It was a great game. I mean, everything was going right. Had my flashlight fully charged. Had all my health. Had all the perks. But then Jeff the Killer came out. And Jeff the Killer has been just glitching the game lately, this past couple days. So here, look at this room. It's just filled with these bottles. So I usually run over by the drawers. I take all the bottles first. And then I stock up. I fill myself up with bottles. And when I'm full, I'll grab another bottle. When I use up the bottles, I'll grab another one. So I got to top off with a big bottle, I think, So I'll grab another big bottle. Right there, grab that one. Replace it. So I'm fully stocked up with shield. I got, well, yeah, I got 6. Well, I was supposed to get 6. It looks like I only got 4 of the little bottles. I guess I forgot to grab some more. But you can carry 6 of them. It says I only have 4. I thought I grabbed them all. But I do have 3 of the big bottles. So I'm being cautious because you never know when Russia's going to come. An ambush, I forget if I get ambush in this game. I think I do. And gosh, he comes anywhere from 5 to 7 times. I counted as much as 7 times he keeps coming back. But another good thing about the holy hand grenade is you can kill ambush with the holy hand grenade. And it's a lot easier to kill ambush than it is to kill rush because ambush keeps coming back in and out of the room. So when he comes, you could throw, when you start hearing him coming, throw the hand grenade, jump in a locker, and you can usually get ambush on the rebound. I've killed ambush twice now with the holy hand grenade. I think the holy hand grenade is my favorite thing now. I like it more than the cross. Especially since you can carry 3 of them. And you can only carry 1 cross. And, you know, actually, this game, I have yet to find a cross anywhere in this game besides on Jeff's store. That's the only place I've managed to find a cross so far in this game. This hard mode. And there's so many different options that Jeff could sell in his store, and he only puts down 4, and you now have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 8 options anyway that you can buy off his shelf. So it's only going to be 4 out of the 8 options. So you very rarely get the cross now. It is actually 9 options because you got the skeleton key, which I don't have now. I've already used it. At least 9 possible. Actually 10, 11, because you got the green flashlight could show up on this shelf. I bought that one time. And you got the camera, the X-ray camera. So you've got a good close to 12 options that you can buy from Jeff. So you're not going to see the cross very often. I guess my other 2 bottles that I forgot to grab before. So I was telling you, just all these drops, these perks just keep showing up like crazy. Once you get to the higher room numbers, you get more and more of them. You actually get so many of them, it's very hard to find coins anymore in the drawers. You just keep getting perks. There's pills, and nothing. So here we're going to run from Rush again. I mean Seek, I'm sorry. And this time Seek, it's like before, it's just nothing but doors. And then you run through around the fires like you normally do. But again, there's no more blue guiding light at the doors. You have to look for the numbers. And try not to get run over. So I look left first. There's the number. I go left. Look left again. There's the number. I go left. He's starting to gain on me, it sounds like, so I'm going to take some pills. Just trying to stay ahead of him. Not on the left, go right. It's on the end. That's how I managed to get past Seek now. I guess I left him behind pretty good. I guess he wasn't as close as I thought he was. So normally this little T section here, these T rooms, T hallways, it's usually the door on the right or the door on the left. That's the safe door. Yeah, if you come in through the stem of the T, it's usually the door on the right. If you come in from the side, one side or the other, it's usually the door straight across. So now, what are we getting up to here? 84? Now I think we're going to get ambush. Yep, here he comes. Let's count how many times he shows up. There's 1, And you can't stay in the locker. 2, the thing I didn't mention is 3, is you don't have as much time in the locker as you did before. Now at 4, I think at the maximum 5, I think it's 5 seconds, the maximum amount of time you can spend in the locker. 6, and always wait until I actually hear him coming, because sometimes it takes him a while. So it came 6 times that time. Yeah, sometimes ambush, you hear the sound that he's going to be coming. You get that clue. But sometimes it takes him a couple seconds for him to actually start moving toward you. So I usually wait till I actually hear him moving toward me. And the same with any rush entities that come at you. Wait till you hear that they're getting close. With ambush, wait till you hear him actually moving toward you. Like he's going to be there in a second. And then you hop in the locker, because you got such limited time in the locker now. It's a maximum of 5 seconds. It feels more like only about 3 or 4 seconds. It feels a lot shorter. And I've made it past the library. I know because I write down the number every time. I made it past the library 10 times now. And I made it to the dock rooms, the garden. Greenhouse at the end. I made it to the greenhouse at the end, I think 5 or 6 times. And finally, I thought about it, finally figured out how to get through it. And I made it through it this time. Once I got there, I figured out how to do it. And I'll go over that when we get there. The clue I want to give you is that you really got to take your time. You really got to be patient. It's really not much different than the regular doors when you get to the end. When you get to the greenhouse. The key is that what you got to do to survive is every time you go in the room, locate a locker and run to that locker. And I'll go over that when we get there. And what's really, I was going to point out, is a couple of times I opened this door to go into the greenhouse and Jeff the killer would be there waiting for me. So this particular run I didn't have to deal with Jeff, which was nice. I've had one game I ran where I had to kill Jeff 3 times. I blew him up 3 times in the game. That's how many times he showed up. Now we're going to take that stretch across the outside. Now I was really surprised that they didn't change anything outside here, at least not that I'm aware of. One time I walked through all the hedges. I was told by someone before, another player, that there might be a pair of hedging shears, or clippers, laying around somewhere, which I tried to find one time. I didn't find anything. And damn eyes, sometimes you go in a room and it's dark, nothing's there, and all of a sudden eye shows up. So here we are in the greenhouse. So like I was saying, find a locker as soon as you can, as quick as you can. Because you see the yellow face? That's one of the other new ones. Yeah, find a locker. And I haven't yet noticed back-to-back rush coming. I've had that happen in the regular game, where rush would come through twice. Every time you open a door, find a locker and wait. Just wait. Give it some time. Wait about a half a minute if you have to. Just wait. Make sure nothing else is coming. So I don't think anything comes in this room. But as soon as I open the next door, I got to find a locker right away, and I wait, and he shows up again. So just be patient. Just wait. Listen for a screech. Because screech, he keeps showing up on your back. It is a dark room. Okay, so it looks like he's not coming, so now I can go through. Now they changed some things. You see they got some gardens on the ground now, not just up on tables. We'll have snare. Snare is still in the floor. Alright, so now I gotta find another locker. So I got my lockers on the right here. Gotta wait, look around, get a view of the room so I know where I gotta go. And here he comes. Hide from rush. Oh, and there's eyes in the next room. So, because the door opened up, rush opens up the next door. So, looking around the room, make sure I don't step on a snare or slip on a banana peel. And now, typically, once the door is open, you're not going to get rushed until you open up the next door. But I wasn't sure, so I'm just being cautious, being careful. I'm going to sit here and wait to make sure rush isn't going to come again. And then run for the next door and find a locker. And right to the locker. That's what you got to do every time you open a door. Just go right for a locker and wait and listen. Here he comes. That was one of the white piece of papers. So he took out Eyes for me, I think. No, Eyes is still there. Eyes is supposed to die when Rush comes through. Well, I gotta go down the end of this room. Maybe he didn't open the door. I guess some of these entities don't have the ability to open a door. But every time you open a door, find a locker. There's no locker here, so I gotta run past Eyes to get to a locker. Here's a locker. I'm gonna sit here and wait. Make sure nothing else is gonna come. And of course, this is very aggravating because Screech keeps showing up between me and Eyes. So I think I've waited about long enough. It doesn't look like anything's coming. I'm going to restore my shield. Here he is again. I'll open the door and then I'll get rid of Eyes. Get rid of Screech. Opening the door gets rid of Eyes and then just turn around and take care of Screech. Again, sit by a locker just in case. I don't know if something's going to come or not because this is a whole new version of doors and you just don't know what they've changed. But fortunately, nothing came. Rush didn't go running through Figure's territory here. Just like you never see Rush in library. I guess you'll never see Rush back here with Figure. So I'm going to do my usual routine that I like to do is if I have lockpicks, I just pick the lock here, open the door. Just kind of bump it, open it up. And then I'm going to go pull the lever and get Figure to come out. And what's funny, I don't know why they changed Figure's animation here a little bit, but they did. He comes out and does this T-pose and then spins around in a circle. And then he runs off and they kind of change his noob outfit a little bit. You'll see that when he starts walking around. So I just run into this room is what I like to do. I run in here and I wait till Figure goes into the other area. But usually when I do this, he ends up running into the wall. He's stuck on the wall right now, over there next to the entrance. So he just ran into the wall and got stuck there. So now he's made his way around. I wanted to look and see if the portal or the wormhole entity was down here, but he wasn't there. I saw some other people complaining about it. There's a Doors, if you don't know about it, there's a Doors Facebook group. If you want to join that, and they were all complaining why, you can get the camera, which is nice, the X-ray night vision camera, but you can't save it for the next game. You can't put it in the portal, so you have it. This is one thing that actually didn't change too much. The breaker puzzle thing that you got to do. You still have to pick up 10 breakers. And surprisingly, this is the most I've ever seen upstairs. I got 4 breakers upstairs. I've never seen that many upstairs before. But the one thing that they did change is that they made it like 50 times faster. And you'll see I struggle and struggle and struggle to get the numbers. I'm going to give you some tips on how to figure out the right numbers. But first, I'm just going to kill Figure and get him out of the way so I can go get the other breakers. I'm going to wait till he comes around the corner. See, he's dressed up like a noob like he was in the library. He's got the noob colors, only they're kind of reversed. He has blue pants and a yellow body and yellow arms, I think. He's coming, so I'm going to throw the hand grenade. I got him perfectly that time. I don't know why his body parts slide around so much. It's like they're made out of ice or something. But he has like blue arms and blue legs this time and a yellow body, so they flip the noob colors around. So I'm gonna go grab the. I don't know why I'm crouching because I don't have to anymore. There's no more Figure. I guess I wasn't sure if another Figure would reanimate. And another one would come out and start chasing me around. I just wasn't sure. But now I'm running around. I stood up. Hope it's on the floor there. This is one advantage to crouching is you can find the breakers that are laying on the floor. I heard one ringing back over here, so I knew there's one back here. So we grab that one. And here's his head, his Figure's head. So now to do the puzzle thing, and man, they really supercharged it. It's like, and really, really super fast. All 3 times are very, very fast. They changed this a little bit too. He comes doing his T-pose. He freaks out. And I don't know how he get outside, but he was already outside. Alright, so now the trick here is just start picking whatever numbers you think you see. And you see, I try this like a dozen times. It takes me a long time to get this first one. Because it's so fast, I just can't see them all. I just can't do it. So I try to find one new number besides the ones that I already got. And if you see it go backwards, like it just did, that means you picked the wrong number. If you see it move forward, that means you picked the right number. See, it just moved forward, that number's the right one. And I realized that 3 was a bad one. But something else is off. So we're going to try number 5 and number 10. That was good. Both of those were good numbers. And I didn't quite see anything there, but let's see. Going to try number 1. It goes up. 1's a good number. We're going to try 3. 3 was a bad number. Turn that one off. And I'm trying 6. 6 was a good number. So I got one number left. Which one is it? So I'm just going to try... Oh, I'll try 9. Nope, 9's a bad number. Try 8. Nope, 8's a bad number. Didn't move. Try 4. 4 is a bad number. Didn't move. 3 again. Try again. I didn't realize it was a bad one. So 3 was a bad one. 2. 2 is a bad one. Which one didn't I get? Must be 9. I'm trying to figure out which one did I or didn't I. Maybe I tripped one that I shouldn't have tripped. So now what I gotta do is go back and turn different ones off. I'll turn off 5. Nope, 5's a good one. Turn off another one. Turn off 1. Turn off 7. That was it. So I turned 1 back on because it didn't move. Now they're going to do it again. So see which ones I can pick out first. And just go slowly start picking numbers. 5 is a good one. I think I saw 2. 2 is a good one. Saw 7. 7's a good one. See, it keeps creeping forward every time you pick a good number. I'm going to try 4. 4 is a good one. So one more number I got to try to figure out. I think it was 6. No, it was 1. Same thing again. Try to pick 1 or 2 numbers that you could possibly see or remember. And then try to pick another one. That's a good one. Try to find another one. 7. 7's a good one. It moved up. I'm going to try 4. 4 was a good one. I got one more number to get. I'm going to try 2. Nope, 2's a bad one. We'll try 3. And 3 was it. That's how I figured this one out. It's just so fast, I can't do it. So now we're done. I'm just going to book it out of here with some vitamins. I think I was crouching and still not running figure. And voila, I made it. That was a tough one. That was a tough run. Like I was saying, I think it took me 30 tries, give or take, to finally make it to the end. But yeah, my favorite thing is the holy hand grenade now. I love that. I wish they would add it to the regular game. But I don't know if I'm going to go back to the regular game. After getting used to this one, the regular game is going to be boring. I've beat the regular game probably, gosh, I've played close to 900 times now, and I've beat the regular game over 300 times. Now this one I've got it one time down under my belt, so I'm going to try it again. So anyway, I hope you like this video. I hope it helps you guys get through this. I'll try to give as many tips as I could to help you out. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and thanks for watching.